trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss. Kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Hendricks, throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On 3rd and 2, Hendricks looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start on the ground with Andrews. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Clemens. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Prime time, baby.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 94 yards. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Throwing on 1st down. Hendricks. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw. Hendricks. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Hendricks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They begin here with a run by Andrews. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Clemens. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down. Hendricks dancing to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 56 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Clemens. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Clemens. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Clemens buying time to, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Hendricks. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Clemens. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Hendricks. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 12. Back to throw. Hendricks. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Hendricks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now here's a throw that's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here we go, check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Mike, 55. Right on street. 55. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Vegas. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Back now in Miami. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Clemens eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On 1st and 10, Hendricks. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg. Hendricks sliding out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, it's Andrews. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Time's the light. Time's the light. Hey, tight down. There you go.
On 3rd down, it's Andrews. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run for it with Andrews. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So a victory.